particular journey, right? If there were, if you have to talk about 3 strategic priority for a tech leader, right, to making sure that they look at business, right? How would you define that?
See, it doesn't matter to me if you are a tech leader or if you are a business leader.
Right.
I think the value is the value is really what the customer sees.
Yeah.
So I would really put the customer at the forefront of it and then work our way backwards.
Yeah.
So number one, how exactly are we driving, the customer value? There are things that are going to be important for us as a business. There are also things that are important for the customers. So what is important for us may not necessarily always be the same thing that is important for the customers. So,
Right.
so I think really need to make sure that we keep the customer first.
Right.
The second thing is, in the current world, it's not about everyone having a strategy. It's not about having a separate digital strategy, a separate engineering strategy, different supply chain strategy. I think all of them need to be coherent towards one. So, even in career, there's a very big emphasis on goal alignment. So we need to make sure that what are you really driving towards as a company, and is everybody down the line, all the 50,000 plus people working in conjunction with that particular goal alignment. So I think one of my advice is to make sure that there is a coherent goal alignment process in place, no matter what you kind of call it in each of those areas. But I think that's going to be important.
Right.
And last but not least, you need to really make sure that you understand the customer and the life cycle effects really well. You can't really get that by sitting inside a classroom or a conference room or inside the office. I think it's important for tech leaders to partner with the business leaders and get out there into the field, understand what's happening. For example, for us, when you ship out a product from the factory, the journey doesn't stop. These products could be in the field for 20, 30 years after that. So what happens through their entire life cycle, from the time that you are conceptualizing a product or taking an order, to the way you manufacture it, to the way you service it. So similarly, in whichever area that you are in, the entire workflows and life cycles, I think the tech leaders really need to understand there is no substitute for frankly understanding how the customer interfaces, interacts with the product or the service for that matter, in the field. So partner up with them.
Right, right. Very rightly said. Customer first, I think that's not changed, right? But making sure that we think in everything that we do, customer first is very important. I remember you mentioning, Nanda, sometime that you have a chair in your innovation center which says focus on the customer. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So we, frankly, in our center we start every day with a huddle.
Okay.
So it's a way for essentially our entire leadership team to come together at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Everybody grabs a cup of coffee and we sit down, and there is always an empty chair in the huddle.
Right.
And that chair is titled the customer.
Okay.
Because it is an all-pervading and also an unseen presence inside the particular room. So we want to start each meeting with the customer moment. That's really what our CEO has been pushing and asking us to all focus on, because it kind of brings in that outside-in perspective. Hey, look, what is the impact that we are having on our customers? So maybe it could be a customer success story. Maybe it's a particular issue that didn't work so well. But I really believe each of these are learning moments for the team. So we really kind of start off the meetings with the customer moment, because I think it's important to keep that in mind. Otherwise, you will spend a lot of time focusing inwards rather than focusing outside in.
This is a great practice, and it's wonderful to know that maybe we should also do that in our huddles, to say that let's bring customers in the center of everything.
By all means. Now this year we've also started sending our people out to the field. So I've been asking most of our engineering leaders to at least spend 2 days in the field. I have, as a younger engineer, I have learned a lot from our service technicians in the field, and I have enormous respect for people who touch our products, who are out there in the field. So I think the more we understand what's kind of happening there, Deepa, the better decisions that you will take, at the front end.
Thanks, Nanda, for that. That's a great takeaway for me. Thank you very much.